Hi guys, who's here? LaFay, Vintage Retail Therapy. Welcome to our Sunday night, live at 5. Hey Joanne, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, let me change this because I have a big line across my screen. You guys, I'm so technology challenged sometimes. I just hate that. Don't you hate that? Like I should have been born. Nah, actually I'm comfortable with my age. Hi Sharon. Thanks for joining us. You guys, I'm so excited to finish this cabinet. Hi Aspen. Good to see you. Hey Nancy. Yay, my girls are here. Let's play. Hey Mary. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. My gosh, you guys, it has been the absolute craziest week. Friday we had our ribbon cutting. Hi Denise. We had our ribbon cutting and it was fabulous. What happened Saturday? Yesterday, Saturday, we had 13 girls for a macrame class here and they had so much fun. Just tying knots and making a huge mess all over the floor, and it was awesome. They had a great time. Hey Connie, my girls are here. So excited. So that was yesterday, and then today, what happened today? Nothing really. I'm trying to get the window ready. You guys, I entered, what was I thinking? Come on. I entered a window decorating contest on Main Street. Hey Frankie. And I don't know what I was thinking. I clearly have lost my mind. Are you surprised? Probably not. Hey Deborah. So I'm trying to get the windows ready. So yesterday, as the class is going on, I'm taking all the fall stuff out of the window. You guys, that hay stuff, those hay barrels or those hay stacks, oh my God, they're from the devil. I swear I must have inhaled like 2 pounds of that hay dust and I'm sweeping it everywhere. It's crazy. Anyway, note to self, maybe find something else next fall to decorate with other than those hay barrels. Oh my God, what a mess. Hey Cheryl. Okay, we're gonna get started. I have just a couple quick announcements really quick. Friday, November 30th, 6 to 9, our holiday open house. If you're local, be here because it's going down. We're gonna have fun, we're gonna have music, we're gonna have food, we're gonna have drinks, and we're gonna have a good time. So if you're local to San Diego, I'm in Fallbrook, California, please come and join us. If you live in Fallbrook, the tree lighting ceremony is the same night, so I'm kind of piggybacking on that idea, which I thought was brilliant. Every once in a while, I kind of have a good idea. Hey Lisa, hey Lolly. So anyway, all that to say, if you're local, come. It's gonna be fun. Also, we have our next classes with Troy from Barcelona Mosaics, and we're making this project right here. Again, if you're local, come. It's gonna be fun. It's beautiful. Actually, let me show you. Look how pretty that is. And she has a couple of surprises. So there's a few other things that you can add to this. So that's coming up in December. Okay, let's get started. Hi, Sonia. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Okay, so last week we started this cabinet. I got this really cute pair of vintage little nightstands, which I think, by the way, may be already spoken for. So let's see, hopefully. So I started working on those and we gotta finish them up. I gotta get them on the floor, get them out of the back room. My back room, I swear it's like Hotel California. You go in there and you don't know if you're coming out. Like it is just, it's a disaster area. So let's get started with that. We added, what did we do last week? I know I did a little bit, I worked on it a little bit this week. I'm not sure what we did on our live. I think we did just the transfer on the front, and we did it on the bottom drawer. I don't know if you can see it back there. So we started that last week. So we're gonna finish it up. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the distressing stamp in yellow. And then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of red on there too, just to kind of pick up the red in the transfer. And we're gonna add another transfer on top because one of the things I love about these transfers is that they're so thin and they're great for layering. So you can actually marry the two together and just layer them and you get just a fabulous result. So I might need to adjust my camera just a little bit while I slide this. So that was last week. So if you guys missed the replay, we did 2 coats of paint, which was pretty cool. 1 coat of paint, let it dry. 2nd coat of paint, leave it where it's a little bit tacky still. And then we went ahead and pushed our stamp right into the paint and it left an ever so slight impression in the paint, and then when I added my black glaze, it actually popped all the little pretties there. So I'm really happy with how that came out. I added a transfer on the side, and I'll show you that. I'm actually going to move this over. We're going to add a little bit of the distressing stamp in yellow, and I think a pinch in red, and then we're just going to move it along. If you have any questions and I don't see them, pop them in the comments. I'll make sure to answer them. I'm usually pretty good about going back in. All right. Can you guys see this? Let me know. Hey, Carol. All right, so I added the distressing stamp here. We're just gonna keep going all the way across. What I love about this is, like back in the day, it was great to layer paint and then sand it back, but with a distressing stamp, like who needs to do all that extra work? So I just love that. So I'm actually going to load up my brayer. You guys, I just started using a brayer. I gotta admit, I was kind of an ink pad girl, but I didn't realize how much fun the brayers are and how easy they are to use. So tonight we're finishing up with this Dixie Belle Colonel Mustard. You guys, it really does look like mustard, but I kind of love the color. It's just, yellow is always such a happy color. So I have an acrylic sheet right here that actually we had cut at the frame store. So we had a bunch of them cut. When Sally and Josie from IOD were here for the training and the class, one of the shipments didn't get here, so we had an ever so slight panic, and we went, thankfully, there's a frame shop right down the street, and we were able to go and get some cut. But honestly, I've used mats from the dollar store. So tell me if you can see that down there. Can you guys see that? Okay, here's my brayer. I'm just a very little bit of paint. A little goes a long way. And I'm just going to mush it in there. Make sure I get it saturated. What I like about the brayer as opposed to the ink pad, and again, I didn't realize this until I tried it, so if you guys have not tried the brayer, you might want to do that. It's pretty cool. I like it better because I feel like it gets me an even saturation of paint on my stamp. Sometimes with the ink pad, you know, you might not be applying the same type of pressure all over, so there's a difference there. Hey, Sonia. Okay, so what I did was I took my Mylar sheet and I cut it. Last week I left it on just because I was a little tad on the lazy side, but I actually did take it and cut the Mylar sheet, and I'm just going to ink this up. If you guys can't see, I might need to move my fan. I always have to have a fan going. I'm at that age where the flashes are, man, it's no joke. So just throw a little bit of paint on there. And you see how easy that is? And then we're gonna slide this down so you can see. Put this over here. And we're just gonna keep moving along. Hey, Suzanne. How's everybody's Sunday going? So look, zippity quick, distressing. Go figure. So it's kind of random. I did kind of a random application of my paint. I'm gonna add a little more, and we're gonna keep on going. I am gonna add a little bit of red. I think it'll really marry the transfer with the stamps. And I just like the variance of all the colors in there. So this one I think I'm gonna do a little bit heavier. Gonna keep on rocking and a-rolling. All right, let's move this down. So I'm doing kind of a random application of this because I really kind of want it to look like I layered the paint and then just distressed it back. Okay, so it's a little bit heavier there, a little bit lighter there. I'm kind of okay with that. Let's add a little bit to this side as well. And I don't know that I'll even re-ink again. I think, because there was a bit on this side, I think I'm just going to see, that's good. And let's do it one more time and see what we got. Okay, loving it. Again, random. It's light, dark, light, dark. Let's put a little on the sides, on the legs. Okay, I might need to bring ink there, but maybe I got some more on this side. Okay, so that's that. And I'm gonna pull up the other one so you can see what it looks like. Probably not a good idea to wear these foofy sleeves. Hey, Kimberly. All right, let's move this. So I distressed this side already. I did it last week. I added a little bit of black glaze on the side because I wanted to tone down the yellow just ever so slightly. So you can see on this side here, it's a little bit heavier. And then on this side, you can see it. It's not quite as noticeable. It's a little bit more toned down. And I think I like that. So I added the transfer on here. I cut it up. I used one and cut it in half, and I still have another piece. What I like about the transfers, especially the larger ones, is that you can cut them to fit your project. So you can use all of it, or you can just use portions of it, and you can mix and match them. So we're actually gonna layer these two, and this is what we're gonna layer with. So we're gonna do the roses. Now this is left over actually from a project that I started last week, which is right over there. Actually, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Last week we did ornaments, the week before we did that project. So again, I had some left over, so why not? Because you don't wanna waste. This stuff is like gold. So we're gonna layer this on. Again, no waste. And I haven't decided how far up I wanna go. I don't think I want to go all the way. I think I want to go probably about halfway, and I don't think I want to go straight. I think I'm going to be a little off, kind of like me, a little off center. And I think I kind of, let's see, what do you think about the placement here? I want to get all these little buds in there, and I don't care if I don't get this leaf right here. So tell me if you guys have used the transfers. What was your last transfer project, and how did you like it? I think that's a good placement. What do you guys think? Do you like it there? Hi, Joanne. Okay, somewhere in my pocket, I've got my little stick. So the transfers come. I love the new sticks on the new transfers. The other ones, you know how many I used to break? For some reason, I thought I really had to push hard on these things. You don't really need to. Every once in a while, you'll get one that's kind of sticky, but I love, because look, it doesn't break. And they also double as paint stirrers. So multifunctional. I love that. Deborah says she likes the roses. Me too. And I think that's a good placement for it. So you don't want to remove it from the backing until you're ready to apply it, because it just protects it that way. Hey, Laura. All right. So basically this is all you do. Now you could be technical and tape it down, but nah, we're good this way. I'm kind of an impromptu gal, and when the feeling hits me, sometimes I don't want to have to worry about getting the tape. They pretty much stay in place. There is a little bit of Scotch tape on this from when I had put it away from the last use. So I'm only going to do one side just to show you guys how easy it is. If you've not applied the transfers, you really do want to try them, because they really are just as easy as pushing a stick. I mean, honestly, they distress wonderfully. They actually have built-in distressing, which I love. I love that. So you can see, you'll be able to see the yellow kind of poking through. Now I could have cut this to size. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it, and as I get a little bit closer, I'll probably go in and just cut off this little extra. Laura says she's been busy creating magical things. I bet you have. Some of your projects are so fun, and you guys, I love seeing your projects, especially the transfers and the stamps and your paint, and I really do. A lot of the times I'll ask you to send me pictures or to post pictures, and I really do mean it. I do really want to see them. So who's getting in the Christmas spirit? I've been playing Christmas music all day in the shop today, and it's been so wonderful. The store is all decorated for Christmas. I don't know if you guys have seen my video. I did a little video on my tree. Kimberly says they really are easy to use. I tell people, because a lot of times people will come in and they go, oh, I can't do that. And I go, girlfriend, if you can push a popsicle stick, you can do a transfer. Look how easy that is. I do need to get my scissors right about now, just to cut this excess off. Again, and all these little bits and pieces, these little leaves and things, you can use them again. You never know where you need an extra piece of leaf. Okay, who's got their tree up already? I know I asked you guys before. Some of you said you had them up. Some are waiting until after Thanksgiving. We typically put our home tree up after Thanksgiving. But this year I'm actually going to be out of town for Thanksgiving. I'm going to Vegas to see my mom and my family. Hey, Sandra. Laura, you have your tree up already? That's awesome. I love those little pencil trees. They're so easy to decorate. Okay, so here's the deal. You push and you peel it back. If it's not transferred, push it down and push it again. So the cool thing is that if you miss a spot and it comes off, it's okay because it's got built-in distressing. So it really just looks like it's supposed to be there. And I love that. Hey, Loretta. Wow, all the way from Australia. That's awesome. That's on my bucket list. One of these days I want to get there. It's so beautiful. Actually, you guys, I'm planning a trip to Italy. I'm so excited. I'm going in March and I can't wait. And after all this Christmas shenanigans going on, I am definitely going to need a vacay. All right. So you can see how easy this is coming off. It didn't really rub for very long. I just love these. I absolutely just love them. And there's a little piece here that's missing because, like I said, I used this on another project. But it's okay. It's okay that it's not perfect. And honestly, life is not perfect. And I like that. It's perfectly imperfect. And it's just the way it's supposed to be. I'm loving the yellow and the red and the black. Such a great pop of color. So the jewelry chest that we did, oh gosh, I want to say about a month ago, finally left yesterday. Or was it Friday? It might have left on Friday. I think it was Friday. I'll post a picture. I took a really super quick picture before it left. I was getting quite attached to that. Okay, we're almost done. Ta-da! And we're done. Hi, Lisa. Loretta says I'm on her bucket list to visit. I would love that. That is so cool. Thank you. You guys, I would love, when you guys come in, and I'd love to meet you guys and just to kind of hear your stories and what you're up to and learn about your businesses, and let's cross-pollinate. Doesn't that look fabulous? Oh my God, I absolutely love it. Loving it. Hey, Amanda, you survived. Amanda works here at the shop with us, and she was here for the open house. You guys, we had moments of craziness, but it was good. The ribbon cutting, Joanne, went fabulous. It was a lot of fun. So it was kind of interesting because there's like a lot of stuff involved that I didn't even think about. They had to take pictures, and they had to make sure that, you know, first we tried to go outside, and then the glare was too much, and then we came in, and then we couldn't fit everybody in the picture, but it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. Hey, Mary. Okay, so there it is. Shabam, boom shakalaka. It looks fabulous. I absolutely love it. We're gonna do it on the other side. I'm not gonna do it today because you guys saw me do it. And for the sake of being redundant, let's just keep moving. So we did the distressing stamp. I think I am gonna add a little bit of the distressing stamp in red right along on the edges. Lisa's asking, how's life in Fallbrook? Oh my God, it's cold, 32 degrees. Yikes. Oh, girlfriend, I am so sorry. I am feeling for you. I'm such a wimp. I tell you what, when I left New York in 1980, it took me about 3 years to get used to the weather, but I'm such a wimp now. Like, I can't handle the cold. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of red. I'm gonna freehand this. So there's a few different ways you can use your stamps, and you guys have talked about this before, so I don't wanna go into it in too much detail, but you can use them freehand. You can use them with a block, a stamping block. Actually, I have one here. Let me show you. And these come in different sizes. So this is an oversized one. This one is great for letters because it's got the grid on it and you can line it up. Joanne's asking if I have to seal it. I am absolutely gonna seal it because I want it to be durable. So I am gonna seal it with poly. Use poly of your choice. You know, I'm really not, I like certain brands, but I'm not a brand snob. So whatever works for you, I'm all about use what you have. So you can use a block. You can also freehand it, or you can use the Mylar sheets. I love the Mylar sheets because you can cut them to whatever size you need them to be, or you can freehand, which is what I'm gonna do here, only because it's just a small piece and I'm just gonna do it in a few little places. So I picked the Dixie Belle Barn Red, and I think that's what we're gonna use. I'll make a note to self to take this out of inventory. A lot of times I'll grab paint colors and then I don't take them out of inventory. And then I think I have things that I don't, so, all right. So, I'm going to put just a little bit on the edges. I think this color, look at how pretty that is. I think that's gonna be really nice. And I'm just gonna smear that because I don't wanna waste any. Hey, Terry, all right. So you guys can see that. I'm loading up my brayer. Again, I love these because I feel like I get the color unevenly. And I'm just gonna roll it on. And I hope this color is a good match. If not, no big whoop. I'll just paint over it and do it again. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Thank you, Amanda. Amanda and Mary, I tell you what, those girls help so much. All right, let's just try it on this edge right here and see how we like it. I think that looks good. Can you guys see that? Probably not, huh? Maybe I should bring you down just a little bit more. Let's do that. Let's bring you down. Okay. So just, I don't know if you can see it, ever so slightly right here. You know what, let's do some right here on this inside piece because you'll be able to see that. I wanted to add a little bit of red. Again, I want to marry the stamp and the transfer and the colors in there. So let's just put, what do you think? I like it. Let's go up just a little bit further, and then we're gonna move to the top. So this piece kind of had a funky top to it that needs to be replaced. It's just not really durable in my opinion. Again, it's a vintage piece, so it's super old, and sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you need to replace pieces. So let's just, first of all, we grab the right color, and I'm just gonna ink it right on here. And we're gonna freehand this. Maybe a little in here. Again, I'm not inking every time because I just feel like I really want it to be random. So I just want little splotches of red, just a hint. Just a dab will do ya. Wasn't there a commercial like that? You guys, I know I'm showing my age now. Just a little here and there. Again, I don't want it to be overpowering. So there it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, let's put that away and let's do the top. So the top of this piece was wood. It's a thin wood, and you can see it went right there, and it just fit right in. And I haven't done the top because I haven't decided if Brill Cream, there it is. Thank you, Sharon. Good, I'm glad somebody's in my era. I haven't decided, you guys, should I do this in black or should I do it in yellow? What do you think? Give me your thoughts. The top right in through here is gonna be black because I am gonna do the same stamp on the top that I did on, that I pushed through the paint on the drawers. So let me know what you think, if we should do it black or yellow. For now, let's just stamp the top and then move that out of the way. So this is what that top portion looks like. So I painted it black for now because I think what we're gonna do is I used the Portico stamp and I pushed it through the paint for the drawer. Let me show you that actually. Well, you'll see it when we get to that portion. So this is the Portico stamp. I like it because I felt like it was kind of had the Bohemian feel to it, and I did really like it. And I'm actually, again, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm not removing it off. This is the Mylar sheet that it came on, and I'm gonna leave it right on there. Sherry received your order, awesome. I'm so glad. And you know what? It was so busy, such a busy week that I never even sent the tracking notices. And I thought to myself, by the time I send the tracking notices, they've already gotten it. But anyway, I'm glad you received your order. Okay, so this is the Portico stamp. We're gonna do it on the top. I am going to replace this piece of wood because it's warped. It needs to be replaced. But just for the sake of demo purposes, and then another good thing about it is that if I don't like it, I can change my mind by the time I replace the wood. But I think it's gonna be okay. So I did it black, and I am going to use the Portico stamp, and let's see how much of it we'll use. I'm probably gonna use a big portion of this actually, just so I know what to ink up. Again, we need a little more paint. This is the Colonel Mustard by Dixie Belle. Joanne says go yellow, black shows dust. Oh, good point, girlfriend. You are so right. All right, I think that's enough. Let me move you over so you can see this. Just going to roll this right on. I'm glad that I'm actually changing out this piece because if I decide I don't like it, I'll have time to change it. like the imperfections in the stamp as well as the transfers. I don't necessarily care if I don't make contact everywhere because it's got kind of a funky vibe anyway. So the fact that it doesn't have to be perfect, I really think sometimes takes the pressure off. Okay, I have a fan going, so I'm just going over it again, just in case it dried. And I'm not sure how much of this you're going to be able to, I'm going to be able to get on there, so I'm just inking up the whole thing. And again, I didn't take it off the Mylar sheet that it came on. And let me just kind of position it. So here's the thing with the stamps. Once you lay it down, you're committed. Don't shift it. So I was initially just going to do one. That's what I thought, but for whatever reason, I inked up the whole thing. So maybe it's supposed to be this way. And if we don't like it, you know what? When we get the new piece in there, we'll just do the one. So you guys can help me decide. I was initially just thinking the one big one would be really pretty. Okay, just lift up from one corner. It's actually kind of cool, if I do say so myself. What do you think? You like that? So that'll be the top. I may or may not just do the one in the middle. More than likely, I probably will. This seems like it might be a bit busy for the top, don't you think? But I am going to probably shift it and just put it right in the center. So, but look at that stamp. What a great stamp that is. That's the Portico stamp. It's not from the new line. It's actually one of the older ones, but I really, really love it. And you're right, Denise, I love the big one too. So I think when I switch out the boards, because these boards, they've seen better days. They had this like funky fabric on there, and they just need to be replaced. They're slightly warped. But I think I'm pretty certain I'm gonna take the center one and just move it over to the center because there's a lot going on that piece. So that's gonna be our top. These are our sides. So excited, you guys. I can't wait to show you what we're gonna do with the knobs. And I'm gonna have to stand this up because these are all gonna fall out. Let me stand this up this way. So if you can see where I pushed the Portico stamp through the paint. Can you see that slight impression? It looks a little funky on camera, but I promise it looks really cute. So Kimberly's asking a really good question. How do you clean the stamps? I usually have a bowl of soapy water nearby and I just throw them in the bowl. And then I take a sponge with a little bit of detergent and I just kind of clean them off. If I'm using ink, I get little baby wipes and I just wipe them right off the ink. And we actually are going to be using some ink on the knobs. We're going to do ink instead of paint. So that's what we did there. This is our side, which I'm loving. We did the distress stamp in yellow, and we also did a little bit of the red right in through there. And I actually put that Portico stamp on the back, you guys, because the gal that might be interested in this said, you can see the back. So I did, and I'm gonna distress this a little bit. And again, I didn't want it really clean. I wanted it to be, by the time I distress it, it's gonna be really, really faint. Can I send to Mexico? I certainly can. All right, so that's our front, and we're actually gonna do the knobs. And wait till you see what we do with those. It's gonna be pretty fun. So we're gonna use the knob topper stamps. And you guys, I'm so excited about these. So the second portion of this, so when you buy these, look at all the designs they cut. Let me show you the actual paper because you can see it a lot better. I want to say there's like 25 or 26, I haven't counted them, but look at all the designs that you have in there that you can do with ink, you can do it with paint. They're so yummy. So we're gonna do them on the knobs. So you can use 1 inch or 1.5 inch knobs. And the little tool is actually gonna be shipping. I wanna say it's on the way. So it's shipping now. So it's 2 separate purchases. So this is the stamps, and you don't need the little tool because you can certainly use them with other projects. There's a gal that comes in and she's fabulous, and she does glass. She paints on glass. So she actually she bought a set, and she's going to show me some pictures. I'll share them with you. She bought a set to use on glass. So I'm really interested to see what they look like. You can push these into clay if you wanted to make ornaments. These would make really cute ornaments, just pushing them into clay. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? So, so there's a lot of different things, but if you want to use them for knobs, I think it's definitely easier to use the tool that they come with, and it's going to be shipping. I want to say it is on its way. I will check the date, but I believe they should be here shortly. So I just went ahead and painted the knobs in yellow, and I'm going to stamp them. And I think what we're going to do, what do you guys think about, I was kind of trying to decide earlier, and I think I found the perfect one. What do you think about this one here? Give me some hearts if you like that one. You like that one there? There's so many to choose from. What do you think? Yes or no? Yes, no, or maybe so. There's a couple other ones that might work, but I really like that one. Okay, we got hearts. Let's do it. Let's do it. I have to think about which way these go. I want to say they go here. And we're going to use an ink pad. Let me grab my ink pad. I actually have it in my drawer over here. Okay. All right, you guys. So this color is garish. It's on an ink pad. Again, I used to be an ink pad girl. Before I got a hold of these brayers, I lived with these ink pads. I loved them. But I gotta say, I really like my brayer. So, but color-wise, I think this is a good color. And I like the ink, I think, for the knob toppers, because I don't have to worry about getting too much. So let's just stamp that. And I think it's gonna be a great color, actually. And I'm just gonna kind of clean up my margin here, because I did get a little sloppy. Okay, can you guys see that okay? Should I turn you down a little more? Let's see if my camera will go down a little more. Nope, that's as far down as we go. All right, can you guys see that? I'm right here. Ah, fabulous. Isn't that fun? All right, let's do it again. More, more, more. All right. Look how easy that is. Perfection. Look at that. I absolutely love it. All right, let's keep going. We have 2 more to do, and then let's see what they look like on the drawer. So these are shipping soon, you guys. And again, it's a separate purchase from the stamps. The stamps, I want to say it's 26. I really should count them, but I did it one time and then I just forgot. So we have these chairs in the studio that have all these little knobs on the top. So my thought is just to use all the different stamps for demo and just stamp them all different. Won't that be fun? All right, we have 1 more to do. I think this is a good choice, you guys. I'm happy with it. Any questions? Look at that perfect impression. Is that not great? I tell you what, I love these knob topper stampers. It is absolutely genius. All right. So let's see what they look like on. We'll take one drawer out and see how they look. Okay, so now at this point, because I used ink, I would just go ahead and take a baby wipe and just wipe it off. And look how easy that cleans up. It stains a little bit, but probably if I went in there with a little scrub brush, I could probably clean it off. But I don't mind it actually, because it really doesn't affect the use of it. So you want to make sure that you cover your stamp pads right away so they don't dry out. And let's take out one of the drawers and put it in there. Let's see what we got. I might need a washer in this one, but all right, let's see. Yeah, it's a little loose. I don't know about you guys, but I hate cutting down screws. I'd almost always rather add a washer. What do you think? Do you like that? I really like it a lot. Yeah, it looks awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let's recap. We used the Portico stamp. Let me show you a little bit closer. We did 2 drawers in the center. So we did 1 coat of paint, Dixie Belle Kernel mustard, let it dry, put on a 2nd coat, and while it was still kind of tacky, you can see we pushed the Portico stamp right into the paint and left kind of a negative impression. It really kind of shows, sorry about that, the drawer fell. It shows when I added the black glaze. And I think those knobs are gonna be great on that too. Look how cute that's gonna be. Now I do need to glaze these too. But look how fun that stamp is pushed in there. Isn't that awesome? Love it, love it, love it. So we used the Portico stamp on the drawers, the 2 center drawers with paint. We used, gosh, a bunch of leftover transfers that I had. We used the Bohemian transfer cut up. Again, you can cut these up to whatever size you need them. We did the Bohemian transfer on the drawers. We used the Rosa Indica on the sides, cut 1 in half, so I'll probably use 2 for this project. It was only 1 actually of the Bohemian because this is 12 by 33, so it's actually really long, so I was able to use 1 of these for both projects, and I still have a bunch left over. So I really like that. It's definitely a little bit cost effective. And then the redow transfer is going on the sides. So we did that, and then we did this, which I really love. Love, love, love. Knob topper stamps for the knobs. And what else did we do? I think that's it. So if you're interested in any of the products, you know you can find them on the website www.vintageretailtherapy.com. You guys, let me know what you want to see next week. Next week is Thanksgiving week already. I can't even believe we're like probably, what's the day? I want to say maybe 5 or 6 weeks from Christmas. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? So let me know what you want to see next week. Do we need to start another piece of furniture? Should we do a Christmas craft? Pop in your ideas because I would love to know what you guys want to see on Sundays. I am actually on YouTube now, Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, and we're going to be doing an additional video midweek that's not going to be on Facebook, so you'll need to pop over there, subscribe, and then you can check it out. We might do, I don't know, a wreath or maybe a pillow, or I'm not really sure. Who knows what we're going to wind up doing, but it'll be on YouTube. We're going to start adding to those weekly, so you'll have a lot of stuff to check out. And let's see, if you're local, come and see us. We're doing the holiday open house on the 30th, and we'd love to have you. And feel free to post pictures of some of your projects. I know a lot of you, especially the last few weeks, have bought stamps and transfers, and I really want to know what you guys are doing with them. So show me your projects. Show me your projects. I would love to see them. Anyway, that's it for now. If you have any questions that I missed, pop them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer you back. You guys have a blessed Thanksgiving, and I'm so thankful that you guys are here, that you show up every week, that you support my small business. I so appreciate it. Thank you, more than you know. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family and your friends and your loved ones, and we will see you back here next Sunday night, live at 5. Ciao. Bye, guys. Oh, don't forget, share the video. If you like the video and you think you might know somebody who would enjoy it, please share. It really helps to get our page out and kind of lets people know what we're doing here at the studio. And I appreciate that too. Okay, ciao guys. Bye-bye.